Have you ever considered how objectification, narcissism, and misogyny intersect and influence our attitudes? A thought-provoking question, isn't it? Today, we're going to untangle these concepts, shedding light on their roles in shaping attitudes towards women. First, let's define these terms. Objectification refers to viewing or treating a person as an object, often reducing them to their sexual attractiveness or usefulness. It's a dehumanizing process that strips individuals of their unique qualities, focusing solely on their utilitarian purpose. Next, we have narcissism. This is a personality trait characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, coupled with a lack of empathy for others. Narcissists often view themselves as superior and entitled, disregarding the feelings and needs of those around them. Lastly, we touch on misogyny. This term refers to the ingrained prejudice against women, often manifesting as contempt, hostility, or ingrained prejudice. It's a societal ill that perpetuates harmful stereotypes and fosters discrimination, impacting every facet of women's lives. Now, why are these concepts important? Well, they form a potent mix, shaping attitudes towards women. Narcissistic individuals, fueled by their sense of entitlement and lack of empathy, may objectify women, reducing them to mere tools for gaining control and validation. This objectification, in turn, reinforces power imbalances, allowing narcissists to maintain control and perpetuating misogyny. But it doesn't stop there. This toxic dynamic takes a significant emotional toll on women, influencing their self-perception and mental health. It's a cycle that's further perpetuated by societal norms and cultural expectations. Media and popular culture often play a significant role in shaping these attitudes, subtly endorsing objectification and misogyny. Moreover, narcissistic individuals often employ tactics like gaslighting and manipulation, further maintaining control through objectification. It's a complex web that's challenging to unravel, but understanding is the first step towards change. As we delve deeper, we will uncover how these concepts intertwine to form a destructive cycle. This journey won't be easy, but it's necessary. Stay with us as we navigate these murky waters, seeking clarity in understanding and empathy in action. Let's start by unmasking the face of narcissistic objectification. At its core, this is a process where narcissistic individuals, often men, reduce women to mere objects of desire or possession. This objectification is not about appreciation or attraction. It's a calculated mechanism to gain control and validation. Narcissists thrive on the control they can exert over others, and objectification is their tool of choice. They strip away the individuality of a woman, ignoring her thoughts, feelings, and ambitions, and instead focus on her physical attributes or what she can provide for them. This is not admiration, but a stark disregard for the woman as a person. This objectification is fueled by a sense of entitlement and superiority, key traits of narcissism. Narcissists believe they have the right to treat women as objects, disregarding their autonomy and worth. This is more than just an unhealthy attitude. It's a dehumanization process that reduces women to mere commodities. Dehumanization is particularly disturbing, as it erases empathy, the vital link that connects us as human beings. When a woman is seen as an object, it becomes much easier to dismiss her emotions, invalidate her experiences, and justify harmful behaviors towards her. This is where the line between narcissistic objectification and outright misogyny begins to blur. What's more, narcissistic objectification doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's often reinforced by societal norms and cultural expectations that value women for their appearance over their intellect or abilities. This societal endorsement further empowers narcissists, enabling them to continue their pattern of objectification without repercussions. In essence, narcissistic objectification is a complex, destructive cycle. It's an interplay of narcissistic traits, objectification, and societal influences that dehumanize women and perpetuate harmful power dynamics. It's a cycle that needs to be broken, and the first step is understanding and recognizing it for what it is. This dehumanization is a stepping stone to perpetuating power dynamics. It's the foundation upon which narcissists build their control, and it's the fuel that feeds the fire of misogyny. But remember, understanding is the first step towards change. Let's keep peeling back the layers. Power dynamics play a crucial role in this destructive cycle. Objectification, at its core, is a power play. By reducing women to objects, narcissistic individuals can exert control and dominance. This sense of superiority is intoxicating to the narcissist, reinforcing their inflated self-image. Now let's take a moment to consider how this dynamic perpetuates misogyny. Misogyny, the systemic devaluation and disrespect of women, thrives in an environment where power imbalances are maintained. By objectifying women, narcissists actively contribute to the perpetuation of these harmful attitudes. They uphold a system that gives them power at the expense of women's dignity and humanity. In this way, objectification serves not just as a tool of control for the narcissist, but as a mechanism reinforcing societal misogyny. It's a cycle that feeds itself, with each act of objectification further entrenching these power imbalances. These power imbalances have a profound emotional impact on women. The emotional toll of this cycle is far-reaching. Imagine being seen not as a person, but as an object. This is the reality for many women who find themselves on the receiving end of narcissistic objectification. The effects permeate every level of their psyche, leading to a range of emotional consequences. Feelings of worthlessness, anxiety, and depression can become commonplace, as the individual's self-esteem is undermined. Perhaps even more insidious is the internalization of these attitudes. Women may start to view themselves through the lens of the objectifier, leading to self-objectification. This self-view can foster body shame, appearance anxiety, and reduced mental health. The emotional impact is deep and damaging, and it can take immense strength and support to begin the healing process. But why does this happen? How do societal norms and cultural expectations contribute to the objectification of women by narcissists? In many societies, conventional norms and expectations often subtly endorse the objectification of women. This can be seen in the way women are portrayed in media and popular culture. Women are often represented as objects of visual pleasure, their value tied to their physical attractiveness. This portrayal reinforces the idea that women are primarily valuable for their appearance, feeding into the narcissistic objectification. Moreover, cultural norms often promote power dynamics that favor men, allowing narcissistic individuals to objectify women with impunity. This societal endorsement of male dominance and female objectification provides a fertile ground for narcissistic misogyny to thrive. It's also important to note how societal pressures can foster narcissism itself. Societies that value competition, individualism, and material success may inadvertently breed narcissistic behaviors. These environments can lead individuals to seek validation through power and control, often achieved through the objectification of others. The intersection of narcissism, objectification, and societal norms creates a toxic cycle that perpetuates harmful attitudes towards women. It's a complex issue requiring a multifaceted approach to address. Societal influences extend into manipulative tactics such as gaslighting, but we'll delve into that in the next segment. For now, let's take a moment to reflect on the emotional toll and societal influences that contribute to this cycle. Only through understanding can we begin to dismantle these harmful patterns. Gaslighting and manipulation are powerful tools in the hands of a narcissist. These tactics are often used to maintain control, especially in the context of objectifying women. Let's dive into this a little deeper. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation, where the manipulator creates doubt in the victim's mind about their own perception of reality. In the context of narcissistic objectification, this can involve making the victim question whether they are being objectified at all. It's an insidious tactic that can make victims feel like they're losing their grip on reality, making them more dependent on the narcissist for validation and understanding. Manipulation, on the other hand, can take many forms. It can be subtle, like a narcissist subtly shifting blame onto the victim, or overt, like a narcissist using threats or aggression to control the victim. In both cases, the goal is the same: to maintain control and power. So how can we recognize and address these tactics? The first step is to understand what they look like. Gaslighting often involves dismissive language like, "You're overreacting," or "You're being too sensitive." Manipulation might involve guilt trips or making the victim feel like they owe the narcissist something. Once we recognize these tactics, we can start to address them. This might involve setting boundaries, seeking support from trusted friends or professionals, or even cutting ties with the manipulator. It's important to remember that you have the right to feel safe and respected in all your relationships. But perhaps the most crucial step is awareness. By understanding these tactics, we can not only protect ourselves, but also help others who might be trapped in a similar situation. By spreading awareness, we can start to dismantle the power structures that allow narcissistic objectification to thrive. Awareness is key in breaking this destructive cycle. We've explored a complex web of factors that perpetuate harmful attitudes. We've delved into how narcissistic individuals objectify women for control and validation, thereby dehumanizing them. We've seen how this objectification reinforces power imbalances, enabling narcissists to maintain control and perpetuate misogyny. We've also highlighted the emotional toll this objectification takes on women, and how societal norms and cultural expectations can contribute to it. We've further examined how narcissists use manipulative tactics like gaslighting to maintain their control. Understanding how these factors intersect is crucial for dismantling harmful attitudes. But knowledge alone isn't enough. We must actively cultivate empathy and awareness. We must question societal norms that perpetuate these destructive cycles. Let's work towards fostering environments that reject objectification. Remember, every conversation, every shared insight is a step closer to breaking this cycle. So join the conversation. Let's break the cycle of narcissistic misogyny together.